It's here. It's gonna be before we actually get started. Gonna put the disclaimer on so that you know what we're up against. Because some people are waiting in the chat. Some people are already here. Listen, this is an hour later than usual. I know. Oh, I should have. You're like, oh, Safi T. Safferton. So come on, man. Oh, huh. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Jones. As they say. So, if you're wondering what I'm up to, I'm kind of mucking about here, really. Wah. Whew. Let's get this up a touch tuckered out. Ugh, I went for a nice long walk. Oh, I forgot to time my walk. I know it was about an hour, so I guess there's that. As much as as we're not quite starting yet, although I might start early if someone decides to show up. I can't imagine the senator showing up early, though. I just wanna start off by saying that I I do really like this, what's it called? Title theme. It's pretty good. It loops nicely, at least. It's very mellow. Like, I know that Snoot Game and Wani have like a slightly more expansive one, but your title theme doesn't have to be all that exciting. I think this is perfectly fine for what we're getting ourselves into. It's not ambitious, it's not grand, it's not, you know, trying to oversell a fairly simple premise, which is nice. You know, who knows have to start by yelling. You're allowed to start your adventure with a nice, mellow little background ditty. Don't let me be the one to tell you how to live your life, gosh dang it! So this would be 3, so that would put me down 2. That is a reaction, though. I just like the uncertainty of what I'm putting together. There's a lot of complaints and things happening right now, and I don't know, man! Neat. So yeah, I got like 15 minutes until the starts. That's gonna be great. The hell is this? A go-kart. Probably add those to the map. Oh well. I can do that later, actually. Touch up the map a little, I guess. Ba-ba-da-dow. It's such a simple little ditty, but it sure works well in the background, doesn't it? Da 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 da. Ba-ba-da-da. Ugh. Alright, we're 10 minutes from starting time. I guess I need to start taking this actually seriously instead of just kicking the can down the road, as they say. Just fair enough. It is fair enough. And so soon we must start. So, I guess I might as well start chitting and chatting about what this is about. Dancing Towards Tomorrow has been accused by quite a few people, I've been told, of being a carbon copy of Wani Gator. Or Snoot Game, or whatever Wani Gator's apparently what people stick with. I will say that Wani Gator and Snoot Game are pretty similar as is. So it's a weird thing to get mad about. What I noticed, however, is that the accusation holds quite a bit of water. Except for some details and stuff, and I personally feel that if you're going to throw accusations of plagiarism around, they need to be a bit more substantial than just some, like, oh, it happens to sit in the same room together sometimes. You know, they happen to have shared a little bit of time. So, in order to figure out if it's a little of bit A or a little of bit B, we're going to give it a rock'em sock'em. We're gonna give it a fair shot. I might be going into the Switzer presumptions because of, just how I've been exposed to this. But we're gonna give it a fair shot. We're gonna let it stand on its own two legs. So don't think I'm gonna sit there and immediately give it a 0 out of 10. Like I said, I like the title loop. I like the title image. Sure, it's not the same. I'll give it this much, right? Don't Bite Me had a really lame title. This has at least got some energy to it. It's a little too far into the story. I'm pretty sure you don't even get this if you do ending 1, right? I don't know. It just feels a little out of place to have... Like, are there going to be dancers? It's an interesting thing, but, like, I feel like that would have been in the pitch. I feel like that would have been in the pitch. So... I'm just gonna get going. We've been online for 15 minutes. Of course, this is exactly the time that someone I really like uploads a video. Great, thanks, Seth. Definitely what I need as a distraction. As I said, we're gonna be doing this for about 2 hours. We're gonna give it a fair shot. As I said, I like the title page. We've got some nice buttons off on the side. I don't know how much of that is custom or not, but it's a nice first impression. It does immediately make a few things clear. One, those eyebrows, man. Those dang eyebrows are a little bit off-key. Art is a bit amateur, but I like the effort on display. I don't get the freaking Cobra hood. Like, why are you going with this kind of neckline if you're going to have a character who has explicitly a thing that makes neckwear nearly impossible to work with? It's kind of like you're trying to shoot yourself in the foot. I do appreciate the little drop shadow that they cast on the background. That's cute. Just a little extra touch. So let us dance towards tomorrow for 2 hours. Wow. The title page is a pretty strong first impression. This is a lot weaker. Woof. July the 1st, 2024. Heat. Oh, cool. You can't use back on the first entry. Heat. Just what we need for the first day of school. I had to wear some lighter clothing today. I really do. We'll get to this in a bit, but I want to, if we're going to compare this to Wani, we should at least compare it to Wani in, like, the sense of, first off, I really don't like these backgrounds, okay? I feel that having it just be a background like this, right, is the worst. Also, it's fucking Avenue. This is Avenue. That's what we're going with. But, like, remember how in Wani, the opening few lines are very much establishing Inko's character. They are like, I'm wearing this stupid jacket even though it's way too warm for these reasons. And here we got a man with a massive collarbone and a hell of a neck. Woof. I did have to wear some lighter clothing today. This is like you roll out of bed. Bland, but hey, anything to stay cooler. Even though no matter what I do, I can't stop the sweat from pouring down my face. Being in a coastal town, there's humidity all year. That's an awkward sentence. I lived in mostly dry areas my whole life. This is a new world for me. It's almost fall, so it should start cooling down at least. That is exactly what Inko talks about. Like, oh, it's gonna be cool soon. Some of the trees are losing a bit of their color, but I think it has to do with how hot it is. I look to my side and see some kid skating down the street. He's dressed like it's freaking winter. How can anyone wear a jacket like that in this heat? Again, I feel like this character's big flaws are one, his ears are massive and are kind of a standout feature because his face is fairly unshaded. And two, his eyebrows should have been a little bit more cartoonish to just kind of blend together with the rest of the outlines. What is it with this guy's knee? It has to be this 110 degrees. The problem I'm saying this is because this black line implies that it's concave before it's. Remember to always flip your canvas! At this point, I'd be happy just to make it to class before passing out. I pray they have the air conditioning on. Another year, another school. Each school, jeez, why another? It's my senior year. Should I even try to make friends? I'd like I'll see them if we move again. Cars pass me by. Some with students and teachers. Others with just everyday person on their way to work. Man, the writing is so slightly awkward. I like how this guy walks to school. What a novel. I mean, Anon did that, I guess. While scrolling through the school's pages on my phone, seems like they have a lot of interesting things listed. What a nerd! He's interested in stuff on his phone. We got the Caldera High food drive. Oh, they're getting food for Anon. From 3D modeling to art to game development and much more. Why? Okay, I like how there's dance on there, but like, why isn't that on this page? Why couldn't you just put that in there? Like, sign up to these. I guess under electives. High school teaches 3D modeling and game development. Well, yeah, game development because every freaking kid asks about it these days. Oh, this is cute. That's adorable. They got farm fresh fruits, fit for all species consumption. High quality meat grilled fresh in our own cafeteria. I appreciate the touch, right? A little bit of world building. Really easy, cheap way to get my interest. There's a whole section about how diverse their food choices are, too. Yeah, we can see that. They take great care to make sure that carnivore and herbivore diets don't accidentally mix their food. Accidentally. Raw, double L should not be there. But I do appreciate that, like, if you're using a screen reader or you're having a good old-fashioned text-to-speech guide to it, you know, you can't see the picture, but you can hear the text. The school is the last place that needs cross-contamination. It would get sued through the ass. All on my mind about what the school year is going to be like. Classes, events, school dances, and way more. There's a lot of fixation on dancing. Too much to handle at once. I probably shouldn't worry about it anyway. My family may whisk me away to another state soon. Do we try and make some friends? Stay at one place with me? We'll see what happens. I don't like how we don't know why he seems to move so much. And also, we already had this sentiment of, like, should I make friends? I feel like that's a better, like, ending, you know, look, slap on the ass before it gets it. Gotta prepare for what I'll do after high school. What will I do? My parents want me in their business. What is their business? They always look so depressed when they come home. Bet I could handle all that. Plenty of time to think about it. Chill out, Un. It's your first day, so make a first good impression. A good first impression. Speaking of which, it's been a while since I looked up for... Ow! Watch where you're walking, dumbass! Poor guy. But yeah, totally great first impression. I grabbed my phone, inspecting it closely. Thankfully, in case I got for saved this from any real damage. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. The school's right around the corner, so we got this. Turn the corner and cross the street, looking at the school from a distance. My heart thumps nervously in my chest. Calm down, just breathe. Come on, you've done this many times, why are you so nervous? School football field comes into view. Students are running around on the field, throwing things and chasing one another. Oh god, that is terrifying. His eyes are skin colored. Listen, if you're, this is why they kind of limit what they do with that, you know, on the anon faces. I'll have to walk by all the jocks first thing in the morning. I don't really make any enemies with them. Ton of students walking around the front of the school. Different types of cats, birds, reptiles, and other species that wander the area, chatting and laughing. Seriously, it's hot out here. Look down at my phone again. I see that the school's well known for its highest achieving electives. Graduation rate's one of the highest in the state. It's fucking a high school, man! Wonder how many students will drop out halfway through the year. This actually looks nice. A lot better than my other schools. Maybe this won't be so bad after all. A few students are already giving me a judgeful glance over. No, they're just judging you, man. I shouldn't let them get to me. At once, the writing is really flat, right? There's not that much character to it, but also it's like weirdly specific with its word choice in an uninteresting way. Walking through the Fonda, I notice something that I don't think would be possible. Some student from the street points to me catch the attention of his friends. Oh shit, it's the furries! Yeah, it's the human guy I told you about. A human? Holy crap. Has their kind unscrimmed. He looks like a trophis. Apparently I'm the only human in the entire school that captures people's attention. A lot of attention. There's a variety of different species here, mostly in the reptile demographic. I mean, it's the warmer place. But some others with fur and feathers of all patterns and shapes. Truly the peak of diversity. That looks like a living painting. The crowd of students nearly dropped their new schedules just to have a look at the token human in their territory. Interesting choice for territory. They'll stare at me with looks of amazement and worry. I feel claustrophobic just from all the attention. Way too many people with their eyes on me before I can make my escape. I hear their whispers and conversations between one another. Why is his hand hanging like that behind himself? Wow, no scales. No fur either. Does he have gills? Hey, human! Smile, dork! It being the center of attention. People are taking pictures of me and recording me on their phones as I look around. Taking my first steps forward in what feels like forever. He looks cool, but how the hell would he look plain? He's the only person that's beige around here. So they're coming back, huh? They should go extinct. Are you fucking... I would like to point out that in the original, there's kind of like an essence of... Ooh. There's kind of an essence of... Like with Inko, the point is that Inko wants to be popular, so when he's put on the spot, it's a moment that's supposed to really make clear that... It's in the game, it does kind of set the expectation that he's never going to be popular and famous and stuff, you know? Okay, these choices don't matter. We're mostly here just to look around, so apparently he'll say the comments are racist. I really don't feel like I belong here. Still too much to keep up with. Questions, looks, people taking pictures. Too much of everything. Remember how in One Gator this was like a high, energetic moment, and you as the player are like, oh, cool! And then it just immediately pulls out the rug from under you, and this is fairly tepid in comparison. I want to ruin their fun. Make me look good, and I would it. Hey, let me through. Goes Homo sapien. I wasn't so shy. I would try to say hi to somebody. After people are already separated into their own cliques. None of them seem to want a human, though. Clique is not written like that at all, man. Suddenly, as quick as they came, they all had dispersed when they had gotten their fill. And, you know how I complain about Don't Bite Me and the text and Don't Bite Me being very small on the massive text box? I feel like this has got a better grip on it. I still like the text box a bit more. It being slightly transparent just adds something to the scene, makes it feel less crowded. Thank God that's over. Was that it? The lockers across the expensive yet now empty hall spot someone taking pictures. Pictures of me. The only pictures you should be taking is that of a cute ferret. Could they not get enough? That'll probably be my only chance. Hey there. The male Robin. I feel like it's awkward to have species names listed in uppercase. Because you don't do that with human. The male Robin jumps up from his crouch, stands a big smile on his face. I mean, this is an interesting choice. I'll give you that much. Hey, how you doing? Okay, that works. He runs over to me, hand outstretched, taking mine and giving it a firm shake. Name's Frederick. Wait, no, let's go. Let's just map these characters one-to-one. It is a one-to-one of the Ben intro. I feel like you could have done this in another way. The name is Frederick, but my friends call me Freddy. I'm Nice to meet you, Smile for the camera. The sudden flash of his phone camera. Oh, at least he doesn't have an actual camera. That'd be a little too on the nose. It blinds me. I rub my eyes from the pain, white dots covering my vision. Judging by his very excited and impulsive attitude, I can tell that he's a hyper individual. That's mean! Sorry for the sudden picture. It will go great in the morning announcement. Humans' first day at Caldera High. This will be unheard of. I know that I often use Caldera High as like a stand-in in my fix, because it's like a really easy joke to make. But come on, man! Especially considering this is like based on St. Hammond. Why is that? Humans don't come to this school. From what I know, humans have attended. That's a really long time not to have a human. The school block is going to freak out about this. A whole decade? Do they kill humans or something? Nearly that long means there has to be a reason. For any particular reason, right? Nope. Just stop chewing up. The human families are out these days. Yeah, it's too warm, I guess. Although humans are pretty adapted to the heat. No, humans. It's kind of hard to get used to. Usually there's a good mix. Freddy pats his pocket looking for something. Alright, since you're... nuts. What's wrong? I like nuts. I'm a bird. Actually, I was supposed to tell you what homeroom you're in, but I seem to have dropped my list. Great. Now I'm gonna be late. What a doofus. I like his theme. We got a nice different character here at least. Don't worry, come with me to the office. They have cookies. I may be class president. School. The school's also apostrophe for possessive. But the school influencer, but I'm don't have characters say what they are. Say that he can be a bit of a klutz. That's at least dismissive. Don't fucking have him straight up say it like that. Give it some pizzazz, a little extra oomph. If you're gonna say it well. God. Class president, an influencer, uppercase, and a klutz. Never seen that combo before. Definitely not an anime or anything. No. What are you talking about? Does the school really need an influencer? What is that influence? What you show student? What could you show students they haven't seen before? Come on, the office is this way. Could use a quick look around. Ah! Oh! What is happening? As we're walking to the officer's walk, since it's a very chipper and upbeat vibe, isn't afraid of being himself. This would work so much better if unmoved a little bit. Just have him move a little bit. Slowly. Like, come on. He can't be the only person moving in the scene like this. He'd snap a couple of pictures along the way of various... It's a school... Come on, man. The school's mascot's actually a T-Rex Spartan War. Ah! Not sure what the shield would do. T-Rex's arms are too short. Some newly painted pictures from previous years. A graduated art class. Okay. So, why a T-Rex? Students walking to their assigned classrooms. He has been talking this whole time, but I can't ignore him. Well, he does run his mouth. And here is our lovely overhang above the school courtyard. Some of us swing students like to hang out here. I mean, so far I'm kind of digging the vibe it's going for at least. Anyway, for... Oh, he's like talking about actual physical... How the fuck do you fly with those wings, man? Anyway, for non-winged students to reach... Unless you're a professional or a climber or a goat, no... Technically, we're not supposed to be up there, but the staff doesn't mind if we're clean. That is a really weird excuse. I hope it be clean. You birds don't like shit yourself like some birds do, right? It's super racist comment. One moment. Mr. Shellman, hey, say cheese, buddy. Where's over to a huge throat? Who the fuck? I mean, admittedly, that is how you get last names. It is Como the Nameless. Back again. He waves to the huge Trotter standing near one of the classroom doors. Oh, don't smile, Freddy. He snaps a picture anyway. Good enough, thanks, man. It's going to be the front page. Can you believe it's 117? I know tortoises can live for a long time, but I've never seen one. You mean you've never seen one that old? It looks good for his age. Doesn't look a day over 50, right? Yeah, he's right. Looks amazing. Right out of Listen, I'm perfectly fair with like having characters call out like prop culture, but even Anon did not do that twice in the span of like 10 text boxes. Ease up. We walk over across the courtyard, coming to a set of double doors with words office and big letters across it. Here we are. He opens the doors and running into the metal pole that keeps the doors locked when the office is closed. AKA the central pole where they click into, I imagine. What an idiot. Like, he opened both doors, but there's a central column, and he just walked into that anyway, like an idiot. I can see it in my mind's eye. Yeah, I'm good. I keep forgetting that's it. Just how? I appreciate blur with mysterious hand. A worried woman looks over the counter she's sitting behind. You're going to ruin that brain of yours, Frederick. Mr. Sparkings, you know what thick of a skull I have. You're a bird, Frederick. So thick a skull, so thick your brain can't tell you what to do. Maybe that's why I keep forgetting there's a pole. It's not new, you know.
I'll figure it out eventually. Speaking of which, you have a copy of the homeroom sheet? You lost it again. It's the first day. The third time. 8 times? Let this guy be class president? I mean, he's probably getting by on his charms alone. Farrell gives a nervous laugh. How many more kids need to be told? Just one. Here's the last one. Full name? Unnamed. Ugh. Like, I get that it's a cute joke for Inko and Anon, but like, fucking ease up on the gas, man, and give him a proper name. Wanda Rurson. Evelyn Ryman. Those are names I cooked up for my characters that still sound like normal fucking human names. Say what you want, but Anon isn't that weird if you don't know the word. And Inko kinda works. But fucking Ahmed? He doesn't come across like he's from, you know, any place and their last name could be Ahmed. Pretty sure that's a first name, too. She quickly finds the room I'm supposed to be in. Thankfully, my last name starts with an A. Room 805 should be upstairs. Hall on the right, second corridor. That should not be uppercase. There's a comma. Thank you, Mrs. Bucking. Tough do. He skips away while waving while wiggling his fingers diligently. Ah! He's one of them gay-mo-sexuals I've heard about. Be careful out there, friend. And have a good day, Anne. I like how there's just a random cable on the floor of this picture. Couldn't you find a better one? Unknown. Get out of here, Senator! We exit the office, walking into a big crowd. I thought you were late! As he's guiding me across the court, just almost turns my top feet. Make a path out of the way! But he throws me out of the way before I'm run over by the manic student. Did we just copy Olivia's scene without Olivia? Stop and turn around, tracking to us running. Make a path. Maybe if he wasn't going so... Boop. I'm not moving. Could I've hit something? I don't think that was a wall. It sure felt like it. I turn around and was coming face to face with the towering figure. He doesn't look at all too happy. I look up. Ah! Oh, this is just not great. Shiny silver scale, short black mohawk, swoop to the side. The black t-shirt is all I can see. He looks at me with an angry expression of blue eyes, seeming like it pierce straight through me. The eyes are so overdone compared to everything else about these designs. Nova. Much like her fangs pop out of her mouth when she yells at me, puffing up blue hood. Run. What? Again, some of the sentences are really awkward. I think I need some new pants. He's about to get pile drive by the serpent queen. He's gonna get a face full of venom. That's not how venom works. Damn. XCOM Viper moment. Exactly. I stand there frozen in fear. Her eyes make my limbs feel like stone. Wow. The art went from, oh, that's alright, to, oh, that is a nosedive. This is your main fucking character, man. Jesus. Also, I just look at him having his hand in his side like that. Ugh. They both do it. Fortunately for me, Freddy yanks me out of the way. He opens his mouth with a smile, and she walks off without hearing what he has to say. Thank God. It's fangs and venom when you have eyes like a Medusa. Take a shirt to hold the cuff for dear life. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't fully understand how a chest fits in a shirt. Freddy makes me look him in the eyes. You good? You good? Yeah, you're good. You said I was wrong. Are you fucking 12? You're 18, man! He says that last part as he nervously looks over his shoulder, watching the hulking figure walk down what is basically a red carpet. Is there a chance I wouldn't be alive? I feel like if she actually bit someone and injected them with venom, she'd be expelled and sent to actual prison. Should I be worried? Pff, nah. She's never actually hurt anyone inside of school. Thank God. Wait, inside? What's about outside? That's the bell. Better get going by. Don't worry, she is just a convicted criminal. Several felonies of biological weapon warfare. Bye-bye. Wait, you didn't answer my question. First day, and I've already made an enemy. Have you? I feel like she just wanted you to get out of the way. Why are we... I thought this was Freddy's tune. The other students in the hall quickly disperse as the halls become quieter and quieter. As I attempt to find my classroom. Kinda spooky. A school normally filled with life suddenly becomes... It's not the fucking back rooms if someone left it like 2 seconds ago. It takes a minute for back roominess to kick in. Liminal space isn't just... I take a deep breath, trying to wrap my head around the placement of the classrooms. Oh shit, we actually get to see someone's shoes. Why does it skip from 804 to 808? How does anyone get around here? Well, last school was more organized than this. Not as lively, though. At least the others are nice. Just that one girl. Serpent Queen, they called her? That hood. Thinking back to its mesmerizing look, only goblins could have... The hood was just blue. A nice blue, but just blue. Really lucky I didn't get a face. That's not how venom works! Venom is explicitly something injected into you. What is it again? Like poison... It's toxic if you touch it. It's venom if it's injected. It's poison if you eat it. I think that's the way it works. I really am lucky I didn't get a face full of venom. I should have found my class at the end of the hall. It's a corner room, the one I couldn't find it. During that short meeting with the teacher, we get our assigned schedules. I look over my classes, praying none of my teachers are terrible. We got Mrs. Michelle, Coach Rhino, Mrs. Watkins, Mr. Wiltz. You have a lunch of an hour? Dang! First period, algebra. First thing in the morning, oh man! What if the animal bites me and it dies? Then you're fucking poisonous, you idiot! Also, you need to get yourself checked out, because that's not a normal human trait. Second period, pet! Be too tired from algebra to do anything! That's actually a good joke! That's actually a good joke. Third period, history. Okay, not too bad. Let me sleep it off. You should have made the joke that you could sleep it off in history. Fourth period, dance. Who? Is that your elective? Oh, I forgot I put that on my elective sheet. I never got any dances yet. I will need to learn how to dance. That's probably my reasoning when I put it there in the first place. It's also a great way to meet people because you have to touch their hands and step on their feet. A few minutes later, the bell rings to go to our first class. It's a bit of a walk. So I think we had this with, I've seen this somewhere else, I feel. Like where you have homeroom before anything happens that day. I have to go across the courtyards into the portables. Portables? They have fucking, like, prefabs? Ugh. Oh, this... I love this shitty wall. It's so like the math teacher's trying, but has no budget. Welcome, everyone. Take a seat. I don't care where. We don't do assigned seating in this... They'll have assigned seating. They'll make it up. She's sweet. She's a laid-back teacher. This class could be a breeze. No, you don't want a laid-back teacher for math, man. That's how you fail math. Just watch a couple of breakdowns at the bridge and go, that's rad, and have a revelation. Unk is not going to learn the cool fighting moves. He's not freaking Kiryu. Sometime passed and the teacher managed to put us all to sleep with a boring introduction to the new year. She turns on the morning announcement. Okay, listen, I need to talk about this, but I also really need to take care of something right now, so I'll be back in like a minute. Please forgive me for my grave sin. I'm terribly sorry. Sorry about that. Took way too long. But there's a reason for that. Alright, let's go. Let's go. She turns on the morning announcements and projects it on to the whiteboard, which perks everyone up with a fancy intro music. Good morning, everyone. First day, first impressions. We have an important announcement. The first human to come to a school in a decade. You can't do that! You can't start your fucking morning announcements going, hey, guys, we've got a colored person in today. How about that, huh? You think that's gonna fly? The principal's gonna be strangling you in 5 minutes, man! Run! Welcome, we are more than excited to have you here. I myself a little when all the eyes, including the teacher, turned to look at me. The teacher's like, oh shit, we're so sued. That is not gonna go over well with the board. My god. How did this pass inspection? That's a bit embarrassing. But no, the girl from this morning is gonna see that too. I like how they do this with a fucking camera too. You have a towel down my back for sure. Rest of the announcements in the period go by without a hitch. Eventually we go released to our second period, the dread period, physical education. You don't strike me. Look at these broad shoulders, man. You don't look like, you know, that bendable. Not as long of a walk this time as the locker room is close by. We're all told by multiple PE teachers to go to the gym and stand against the wall. Home of the Spartan Rex. Well, I mean, kudos on editing such a far background to me, so instead of just pacing over it. I gotta finish this cookie, and then I'll be done. One moment, please. I don't want to eat on the mic. What a delicious cookie. Now we can move on with our lives. Boys PE on one side and girls PE on the other. What about everyone in between, man? The late bell rings and a rhino comes out looking us all over. What the crap, he's jacked! He stops to look at me. I call him praise like looking to rip me in half. You in the, like, expect good fit. Are humans known to be physically fit? I've coached humans before. Don't look at his massive hands. Is he one of the men from those women's romance stories where the men are so damn huge that the women barely come up to their belly buttons and all that? And now as a teacher, I'm pretty sure that can actually be, you know. That people are gonna be nice. His chest pops off as he inhales. His voice booms. Now. Working like, you know, quickly lines up. How's my mouse? Stop that. I will not tolerate any laziness from any of you. He suddenly quiets down. Martin! Just because you're fast. The green place. Why are there dinosaurs here? He starts now. He starts yelling again. You will be running! You will be climbing! You will be crawling to the dirt like the little bugs you are! You are nothing but ants! Some of you are so skinny I mistake you for a twig on the ground! He stomps over to me, making the ground shake. Especially you, Chrome Dome, I nearly thought you were rock! Actually, I'm a geode. Why single me out? I'm gonna keep you in shape. I'm gonna keep your body spry and healthy. I will not tolerate anything else, am I clear? We answer lazily. Yes, sir. Why is this guy standing with his fucking phone in his hand? And why is there a bear? Bear! Man, so, this is hard to explain, but if you zoom in on this stuff, like the lines where they overlap, that is not a clean alpha blend. I'm pulling out the snipping tool. We're zooming in. Yeah, oh, that is some nasty blending. Ugh. What happened there, man? Maybe it's the color overlap, or maybe it's like actually just, you know, bad alphas. Not multiply properly. Pathetic, say it loud and proud! Yes, sir! Amazing energy that time! Open up those lungs. Aww. I mean, it's not quite the coach. First they were running a mile. It's a mile, man! Have fun at work, homo! Pats. They say, run! The teacher from Beavis and Butthead. I don't know Beavis and Butthead. I remember seeing it when I was little, and I remember nothing. Well, on second thought, we all book it out of the gym and onto the field. Somehow the coach was already there before us. Didn't even see him leave the gym. See that fast? Anyway, she's 6 feet shorter than any of you. Your grandma's dead? Everyone keeps it. Like, that's bad scaling. Those people are bigger than the fence. But, you know, props for putting the effect in, even if it looks kind of terrible. You know? Probably too scared to find out what happens if you stop. 2 excruciating laps of running. I have to stop and catch my breath. Hammered! Suddenly grabbed by the ankle and hoisted into the air. I'm pretty sure you can't legally do this anymore. Also, the way it's set up... The way it's set up, it's like he's holding him by the head. Like, nothing about this works. The animation, the character art, oh, wow. Feel the blood rushing to my head. Doesn't make it easy to be. This can literally kill someone. This is a form of torture. How is this legal? Like, this is something this is not even like, you know, something that falls within the field of what your PE is supposed to be, right? Like throwing a dodgeball at someone because they're on the ground and you're playing dodgeball. This is straight up like you asked for this. This is your scenario. Gotta catch my breath. My lungs feel like a vacuum with it. No, it's usually described as fire or heavy or weighty, not a vacuum. Couldn't get you just hanging around here. We're walking back. Hit the floor pretty hard. I think I left an indent in the dirt. Boy. I don't like this. Looks more like he grabbed. Yeah, that's what I mean. It looked like he grabbed him by the head. Yeah, go check out your fellow runner. And if you leave it, I'll throw you it. I don't like this very much. Like, the thing that made Coach Solly work is that it's part of the art, right? And part that the music was a little more, like, thematically cohesive than this. And something about Solly just felt cartoonish, whereas this person feels like an actual teacher just abusing his students. Like, you can use cartoonishness to thematically separate us from the harsh reality of things. I don't like this. Man, we're just copying this. Like, it's a very delicate balance. Sweet air conditioning. What? Man, what the hell happened to the school? History class, I won't complain as I see. Hello, classes. Your names are on the desks. We're in elementary school. Sweet. Second row, second column. Whose name is in front of me? Or at least to try to before a very large serpent's girl's ass moves in front of me. Wait, serpent. Just call her a fucking snake. I imagine that's kind of rude, though. Oh. Oh, no. History class? Really? It's not like dancing class or something? History? It's happened this morning! Thankfully, she's too preoccupied with the phone to even notice me. I have to dodge a venomous spitting nuke the entire... Future goes to the... What the fuck happened with this? Ill-fitting suit indeed. She regards the usual dick of introducing. Oh, the Gripper's Catman, look at the size of her hands. Those big, meaty hands. Looks like she could choke the life out of her. Why is that what you're thinking about? She is a bear! Look, she got the little bear ears. I think she noticed me staring when she suddenly gives me a death glare. Yowie. Exactly. Also, I just want to point this out. It's a weird thing to point out, but I want to point it out. The bears have gigantic claws, right? It's like they got these big skeletal fingers. Is it? She looks so serious, I can't tell. You know those skeletal fingers they got in the zombie, the Combine zombies and stuff? The headcrab zombies from Half-Life? Those kinds of hands is what bears got because of their massive claws. She looks so serious, I can't tell. Then really goes back to explaining what kind of history we'll be learning this year. Boing, 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 history. I think I fell asleep. Does this character like anything? So far, hasn't really demonstrated any particular passions. Lunch. They behind the toggles, so she won't notice my presence. Tail swinging left or right with each step. And then I notice her boots with spikes at the top of her. That can't be comfortable to sit with. Like you cross your legs and you poke yourself. She's gonna kill me. Again, I don't know if I like the fact that the backgrounds are just actual pictures. Also, this purple one with like the bottle, she kind of looks like an insect. Kind of like a bug person, more than anything else. Before I can get to lunch from this mob of students. There's mice, there's birds, there's bald people, and rabbits. I can't see a thing ahead of me. Suddenly, another massive of students stampedes towards me. Surround me quickly. Zooming around a sea of art. Well, yeah. I can't tell how far away from the door the crowd has pushed me. By some grace, another student pulls me from the hungry mob before they start to eat me. Quick, quick. I'm followed by a dark... We have other species, but our two main characters are birds. I mean, I guess, outside of the mammalian clade and all that, but come on, man. I followed the dark red-feathered bird without a thought. Anywhere's better than here. Sitting behind the love interest without her knowing looks familiar. I played these games before. Wait a minute, I'm on to you. It says extremely intelligent senator. We emerge from the crowd in an open space. I'm surprised there's any room there at all. Sorry, new guy. The lunchroom is a battleground of stomachs. Thanks for pulling me out there. Looks like I'm skipping lunch today. Don't worry, I'll show some of mine. Mom expects me extra since I helped some kid in middle school. At least I won't go hungry. You're 18! And your mom packs your lunch. He walks me near the very side of the lunchroom. I'm Danny, by the way. Call me Danny. Thank you, legally. Take me in. I'm on the only one, Danny. Sure should be calmer there. We shake hands, and then he bows. No fret, my good sir. No problem pulling the innocence from the dangers that's inside. Give him a small chuckle. Okay, it was kind of funny. I mean, that works better in person than if you animated it than if you just write it out. Seems like a pretty chill dude. His black tank top is loose and flows as we walk. Ah, I must be one of those homosexuals I've heard so much about. We come to the table and I freeze. I want to point something out, right? It is a little awkward to have, it worked with Olivia because we find out that Olivia's adopted and everything, and there's, a whole thing to it, and she's in a wheelchair, and, there's a whole bunch of stuff, so we're kind of willing to give him some leeway. It's a little more awkward when the character starts off with, I'm going to physically murder you, and it's like, oh, no, I'm okay with whoever sits with me at lunch. It's just really weird. We come to the table and I freeze. I thought I'd escape. Unfortunately, my human genomes tell me that snakes are to be killed, so I hit her with a boot. I hit her with a chakla. The same blue eyes fizz into my very being before they quickly look back down at the tray of food. Ah, yes, those beautiful blue Aryan eyes. Why do you say it like that? Oh, we're going to be making a racial segregation joke at some point. Oh, yeah. I read the script. This is Alia. Alia, this is a new friend. He'll be rocking with us from now on. I expected to blow her top until she yelled at me for when I bummed into her this morning. Again, I don't like the fucking top, man. That's not how... It's not even how bras work. All she gives me is an... She focuses more on eating the food than anything else. I don't think she's even heard him. Alia Baba! Listen. Be gone. Then looks at me still frozen in fear. Calm down, bud. Sit down, relax, take a load off. Notice they sit down waiting for anything to happen. Good to finally the fourth member of our gang. Maybe we can get a talking dog and sell some mystery soup. Quick, Alia, find us a talking dog. That's it. Anybody else said probably get a chunk ripped out of. I like how this guy met her like once, and he bumped into her. He probably like bumped into her booba, which is kind of rude. And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna, like, she didn't even do anything during history class. He's just like, there's, like, I feel that if he went to history class, he's like, I guess she's not that bad if she's willing to ignore me like that. It's just really weird to stick with that when it happened, like, once. I guess Freddy made it worse. Did you just reference that one talking dog show? Airbud? Don't mind her ignoring you. She's just not very social. She's one of those autistic people. Wait a minute. Women can't be autistic. You're a scam and a liar and a fraud. What are you talking about? But under all those skills is a gooey art inside with a heart of gold. Why do you describe it like that? Break your jaw if you say that again. There it is. The oogie ought to hold. I know you wouldn't. You know, it doesn't make sense. You'll have to bring up the why Argonians sort of have boobas. The Argonians have chests for a reason. It's like an adaptation or something. But with serpents, like, it's because of how mammals raise their young. Like, if these people just have normalized babies, then yes, they probably would have the chests. She goes back to ignoring him. She didn't exactly deny it. Did you say I'm the fourth? Who's the other? She's always like, she'll be here in a minute. Zoe! Watch where you're going! I said I'm sorry! There she is. Hey, look! I described her over the phone, Elizabeth. I kind of like that she's like the shortest one now. It's like Olivia was the shortest, now she got bumped up to the tallest. God. Something about her design makes me think that she's amphibious. Maybe it's the round snoot or like the weird implication of webs because of the... Also, that skirt is so goddamn short, man. Another burst from the crowd. Blue skin, dark salmon-colored bobbed hair, white blouse, pinkish skirt with some shorts, runs through the crowd. She's a skink. God damn it! You gotta skink before you think, my man. I love skinks. They're fucking adorable. God, I would recommend that you type skink into Google image and just look at these little boys. Look at these little goobers. They got itty bitty little hands. They got little hands. Ah! I can't fucking take it. They're such little guys. Ugh. Turn her into a Spalax. What the hell's a Spalax? Ugh! No, thank you. She's a skink, I believe. Again, I'm not big on it being uppercase if human is going to be lowercase. It has flowing in the wind as she speeds towards us. Seeing her speed, she talks fast. Oh, sorry, I was a new guy. Are you giving him your lunch this week? Then he can't get a single answer out with these rapid-fire questions. Zelda? So we got Frederick, Danny, Un, Zelda, and Alia. These names are all over the place. Woof. Zelda, calm down, chillax, and breathe. Zelda takes a big inhale before she slowly lets out. Thank you. Zelda, this is Link. Hi there, sorry I was talking so fast. I can't slow it down sometimes. An animated group of individuals. You say that, but one of them barely moves. So, are you here for the specific career path? It's high school, man! Now, I just moved her, actually. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm in game development. I get the code, make the assets, that sort of stuff. Dude, assets is not... Yeah, Robin Williams, I think his daughter was called Zelda. Jeez, it sure is boring around here. I'm in tech development. I love all the small bits and bobs I can put together to make something work. Then he points to Ellie with a smile. Right side in front of her, there's a... Grab. She twists his hand, forcing him to submit all spilling any information about her. Why do you have to write grab? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, uncle. She lets go. And he rubs his wrist. Maybe she'll tell you later. No. You shouldn't have written like that. Elia ignores Zelda. From A to Z. Admire, by the way, how the letter Y is pretty close to the letter C. So, like, both of them have, like, first and last letter energy. Both have an L, too. It's a weird connection between these two. She does not like it very much. Alright, so doesn't start anything. Say cheese. Oh, say cheese. There's another one for the yearbook. Oh, wow. We're having Ben anywhere else? Wow. Ready? Let's go down, homie. Hi, Dan. I get it. I get it now. They're those gamosexuals I've heard about. What are you up to? To see how me too for none. Something come up? Yes, actually, I wanted to give you an early heads up about the fair contest that is coming up in a few. The fair contest? Ah, yes. The fair contest. The fair, so also uppercase. What are you, German? I know it is a bit of sometimes having a fair, but it's going to be a packed year. What have the stuff planned? Lucky you. Lucky you getting a heads up from the prez himself. I mean, you know him. Contest this year's gladiator jousting. Jousting? Is that even safe? But it lets out a pretty girly giggle. Not a normal medieval night jousting. Ah! With the penises. What? Gladiator jousting is where you're on a platform and knock your... Oh, it's those stupid fucking goofy ass... Yeah! You're on a balancing beam and you got those big boppets. You bop them. You knock your opponent off the platform with a giant foam battering ram. I want to see those online on SurfTube. Oh, I have to do that! I'll challenge you right now. The prize is food and rights fee is fair for you and one other person of your choosing, including a small cash prize, usually a gift. Wow. Remember how, like, the art contest at St. Hammond felt like it was this rather significant stepping stone in your career? And he's like, you can just do some gladiator jousting. You can earn a small prize. It's really weird to keep the parallel without the importance. Why did she leave? Is she world-renowned gladiator Alia? Well, that sounds too good to pass up. You get to beat the crap out of some other suits and get free stuff? Ooh, why are you so mad? You've been here for like an hour and you're already trying to beat everyone up. That's what I call a fun time. I love getting paid for murder. I'll be signing up as soon as I can. I'll put all of your names on the list the moment I get it. What about you, Alia? Alia? She vanished without a trace. Even her tray is gone. She vanished with her trays. She must be pot chameleon because we can't see her anywhere. I'll put it on anyway. She'll be the snot out of some people without consequences. Ha! Violence and domestic abuse. It's so funny. But it's not me. Sounds pretty on the nose. Says the guy who's already like, man, I want to beat up my students. My fellow students. If I'm against her in the contest, make sure I won't leave alive. Got it. Bell rings and Zelda sighs. Says she didn't get to spend more time with us. Sorry we didn't get to hang out for too long. I'll try to be earlier tomorrow. Nice to meet you too. You've always... Oh. My last class... Wait! You have 3 classes. And then you have lunch for an hour. And then you have dancing and you're done. What is this Monday? My last class is dance. For I must dance the dance of life. Wonder what dances we'll be learning. I walk into the ever-so-large room. Wall-length mirror. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's not a balancing beam. That's like a railing on the wall. Walled flooring, wall-length mirror, metal rod across the back wall to help with balance. No, those are usually made of wood, so they're not, ice cold to hold on to. The place looks professional. It's only then that I realize I'm standing in the middle of the room, and there aren't any seats. The bell rings and the last students push their way in. It's dance class. Why would you be sitting down? Well, but where's the teacher? Whenever the teacher isn't on screen, people should be asking, wait, is Otto on? Suddenly a voice coming from above shouts, Alley-oop! Who the hell is this? A shovel-snouted lizard lands on the ground, one hand in the air. He spins around gracefully in his black, thankfully thigh-length... Why is there a comma there? As he stands up. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. Mr. Wills. Very lovely to meet you. I am Leon. Leon S. Kennedy! Why are you teaching dance classes? I thought you were teaching wrestling. You can call me Instructor Wills or Mr. Wills. He's very eccentric. Moves around with almost every sentence. So you've come here to dance, eh? Some of you recognize. Welcome back. Welcome back. Dun, 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 dun. But what is this? Motherfucker does a flip just for that. A human in our midst. He approached him gracefully, practically floating across the room. For some reason, he does some sick kickflips too. It has been a long time since I have seen a human student. Good. We could use more diversity. Diversity? I think the school is diverse enough. Tell me, young man, what kind of dance I should learn? I wish to learn the dance of life. Oh my god. Ballet? Everyone loves a little bit of ballet. Huh. So, I want to point something out about the script as I'm having it in front of me. The way this is set up, it has the menu, and then it jumps, right? It does a little jump to the text, and then the text is one line, and then it goes to choice. So, why? Why? Ballet, the perfect dance for tops. Get out of here. Because there's a lot of spinning involved. Like tops. But, like, the way it's set up is it opens up a menu. Fair enough. And then the menu has options. Fair enough. And then it has the jumps. Cool. I think Wani does that a lot too. But then the jump is to a label that has one line. And then it just jumps again. It's like, why don't you just include the text in the boxes at that point? I'm pretty sure you can have multiple text box. Like, if you have multiple menu options and you leave the below section blank, I'm pretty sure it just jumps to the next menu option, so you can like stack them. And then you could use return to exit, right? I don't know how this works, man. I just know that this ain't it, Chief. I imagine that he would like to learn the waltz. He's a bit of a boring guy like that. Human in our midst. Why does it sound oddly insulting? Interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Jones. You may be surprised what you will learn here. I swear he thinks he's in a 40-something musical the way he moves. I am sure you've all had a hard day so far, so we skip. I'm sure you've had a very hard day so far. So I'll skip the boring stuff and let you all relax. Be on your phone, sleep, talk to whatever, just stay in class. Man, how can you have dance class and PE in the same day? That sounds exhausting. Let the victim lose you, let students leave for the hall pass. I quite like my job, so don't make me lose it! Students are excited, immediately take out the phone, small game devices. Motherfucker takes out a whole ass Nintendo Switch. Start chatting. So hoping to skip the rest of the day. I like how you have one class after lunch. If you want to look at the curriculum, you may ask me what we'll be learning this year. I'll be happy to share. Might give me a good head start in the year. Maybe I can impress some people for doing some good dances. I'm gonna go over to Mr. Wilson. Why does she have a desk? Also, you mentioned there were no chairs. There's like some seats over here. This man looks terrifying. He does look like he's about to commit a murder. I believe. Yes, sir. Drop the sir. You're with a friend here, not my. You're a friend here, not my underling. How can I help you? I'm curious about what dances we'll be learning. Mr. Wiltz. Oh, he's almost Mr. Waltz. Runs over to him in a little cracks it open. Motherfucker has a folder. Yes, the first quarter we'll be going over practice steps and balance exercises. No need to warm up our balance and grace if you want to dance. Balance and grace sounds easy enough. Second quarter we'll be learning hip-hop dances, mostly leg work and body control. Hip-hop, hibba-dibba-dabba-dibba-doo-ba. It's gonna be great. Could definitely show off then. I like how they're talking about quarters. You're in school. It's semesters. Third quarter will be line dancing. And getting better working in a crowd of people along with a partner. Oh yeah, line dancing. A couple of us already have anticipated. Looks easy enough. Final quarter, I want you to get rid of a big prom dance. We'll be learning slow dancing and the waltz too. I also okay. Ballroom dancing. He does learn breakdancing. Ooh, sounds fancy. Do I have to sign up for it? I'll let everyone know when the sign-up sheet is going to be available for after-school dances. Thank you, Mr. Wiltz. You're very welcome. Yeah, proper dance clothing. So our character is lazy because he just goes out to play video. But you know, he's 18 and all. Come on. And it was very exciting. They're still doing maintenance on the Yellerfeller Endeavor service. Yellerfeller? Yellerfeller? Preparing for the big summer update. It's the last couple of weeks of summer. So it's not exactly a summer. If it's after school starts, it's not a summer update. And the rest of my time I'm just going through click-clack. I mean, I kind of dig that. For some quick class. Unfortunately, since the US government took over the entire server, it's just 99% videos on how it's totally awesome to pay your taxes. Better than spending it bored and doing nothing at all. Now, if you really want to hear a good joke, apparently Gwen Stefani has a pay-to-pray app for Lent. Which all I can think about is, what the fuck? I thought we got rid of indulgences. Next morning, I jump out of bed, get ready for school, and I'm buttering some fresh toast that pops out of the toaster. Today is already a bit cooler than yesterday. Hope we're in for a cold winter. And to say the snow again. The car speeds by me, nearly hitting another student on a bike. Wash it, issue. Thought putting a school next to a major street was a good idea. It's America! It can only be next to a major street. No one's gonna get hit one of these days. I come into algebra class. I spot Zelda, who's sitting by the teacher's desk. Good morning, on. Morning, Zelda. What are you doing here? I'm the teacher's aide. Well, fucking figures, huh? I promised our algebra teacher I would help them with anything they needed. She managed to convince my counselor to grant me this period for it. What's that like? Judging from last year's students, it was like, there'll be a lot of grading papers and handing out work. Give her a joke. What the hell? I give her a joking smile, you know. You know, JK and all that. Jesus. Hopefully you can finagle my grade and help me pass. She did not find that amusing. Are you fucking 10? A serious look on her face solidifying the deal. You'll have to pass like everyone else. At least I tried. You did, but no. I'm surprised she lets that slide. I mean, I guess she is friends with Daniel. With off-brand Damien. The last period goes without a hitch. Easy questions start the day and getting our first piece of homework. It's the second day. Can homework wait for a week? Why do you have algebra on subsequent days in the same period? A wave by to Zelda as the period ends and rush off to gym. Dude! All I learned in this school is algebra, history, PE, and dance. Okay. Coach Roach moves out of the gym. Oh, there's a ball on the floor. Cool. I won't torture you like yesterday. I'm not a complete monster after all. Wait, who plays dodgeball in pairs? Also, why is Un so into this? Ah, yes. Dodge! Ball! These balls will hit hard and come at you faster than you can blink. That's murder. Not even aggravated. In the blink of an eye, he vanished from my peripheral vision when the ball hit Fleming Clobberson. Chrome tone to redhead. But any bad I'd say before coming back. Immaturity is a very big thing not to tolerate, considering that Una has been kind of childish so far. Actually, can I just say that Una is like a little bit unlikable? Like, Inko kind of had that, I want to be popular and I want to do photography and I'm kind of lonely because I keep moving. Like, there was a degree of empathy and pity and like humanity to Inko that just is missing from Un. I'm like, what the fuck does Un want? Why does he wake up in the morning? You will pair up with one of the girls in the other class, you will choose your partner. If there are any complaints, you and your partner will be setting it out. Yes, sir. Trinity, lucky guy. What I give to be paired with her. She got paired with him. What a dork. Trinity, this place has a dress code. Much like the others. Much like some of the others who I assume is Trinity. He's not too happy about pairing either. That's a really awkward sentence. Looky here, Goldilocks. That's okay. If you get us out, you're dead. I'll do my best. If you're not as scary as I, at least. Do better than your best. I don't plan on losing, don't you dare get it out, Miss Harden. She's as mean as she looks. Classic preppy rich girl. Yeah, they keep paying off the massive fines for the dress code violations. That only existed in movies. Both classes separate to both halves of the gym. Coach gets behind a big cart of dodgeballs, kicks the car to go for waiting for a lot of them to get halfway before blowing his whistles. Look how everyone is moving but her. She's like, eh. I'm near the middle of her side, dodging like my life depends on it. Trinity blinded the last teacher with dress code. I mean, I'll give you props for like how many balls there are. And good choices in front of me. Look, this is the least she can get away with to get that PG rating, like every isekai slop. Oh my god, you're right. Also, while I complain about Alya having like a weird chest situation, with her it feels intentional, right? It feels more like this is just how this shirt is supposed to look, bad as it is. What did I tell you? By some miracle, Trinity came to my rescue. She deflects another ball, then used her tail to force me to my feet. She makes the ball as hard as she can, and any other female student in face, she can lay it out on her back from the impact. Stop staring and start dodging. I run around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to survive the onslaught. My side of the gym such a thin air wrapped. I pick a ball meaning to defend myself. I tuck and roll and dodge a few more thrown balls. I have to go on the offense. Pick up another ball and chuck it to the other side. I miss everyone completely. Thankfully, the remaining people on my side are better shots than I am. They start picking off players on the other side one by one, along with their partners. The rest of the students are either agile or defending. I spot the ball that was thrown at me from the far side of the court. I go to deflect the ball, but misjudge the distance. The ball bounces off the bottom of the one I'm using as the shield, the ball hitting me in the chest. The sweat started rolling down my face. It's getting hot in here. Hear an angry "oh." Stop staring and start playing. Okay. Because I'm not the one dressed like that. Why does he flip like that? Don't use that flip. Not in this art style, at least. Use it in Paper Mario. It's great. Use it in Paper Mario, and then ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I slowly look over to Trinity, an angry look on her face, and a frill starting to extend. The heat from her rage fills the room like the surface of the sun. I said, dodge! She cracks her arm back, dodgeball gripped in her hand. I am going to die. I like the dodgeball graphic, though. I cross my arms and attempt to block. They do nothing to protect against the air as I feel the air-filled rubber cannonball hit me in the stomach. Fall to my back, feeling extremely nauseous. I can't believe you. You're so useless. Ah! She lunges forward. The bell rings, thankfully stopping her in her tracks. Was she going to disembowel you? Good thing she doesn't want to be late, or I'd be red paste on the ground. That's like a bad hit. You alright? I'm fine. Yeah, but with the least clothes. Get to your next class. So we're not even knocking him out like we did in Wani. Ugh. I mean, there's a lot of changes. I think by this point I could say that, well, it does copy a lot of the structural framework. I don't know, man. It's got the potential to go somewhere else. It was I grabbed my stuff where I left it in the locker room. Along the way to my next class, I run into Freddy. Hi, Freddy. He looks at me with a smile. Ah. Hey, glad you showed up. I've got something I wanted to show you. Takes out the print of the picture I took the other day with me, standing in front of the front entrance. That's literally just this hallway, man. Look, it's the exact same fucking hallway, but stylized slightly. Also, look at this motherfucker standing at the front of the door like that. Looks good, alright? Picture quality is immaculate, so clear. How the fuck did you do this with a phone? How did you get it printed on a Polaroid? The light coming through the front entrance perfectly captures my friend. I look pretty badass. Nice picture I've taken so far. I had to give you a copy. Thanks, Freddy. I'll definitely be keeping this. Good to hear. If you ever need to cook or something to hang that on, I have some excess I can give you. Anyway, I have to go. I have some pictures I have to take with Zelda, so see you later. He walks away, and I slide the picture into my wallet. Getting to my next class, I peek around the door looking for Alia. Thankfully, I have a phone again. I rush into the class, taking my seat behind her. She looks to the side, soundly gasped, thinking she's about to notice me. Ooh! Looks down to her phone, allowing me to carefully let out a quiet sigh of relief. Phone's away, thank you. Alia slides her phone into her pocket. There are books under your seats. Turn up to page 48. I lean down and grab the book, only then to realize how badly I made. Oh no! They're holding hands! Our eyes are locking together in what feels like an eternity. Her slitted eyes have a look of malice. She's looking into an ocean that Cthulhu could break the surface of at any moment. It's like they look fine like this, and then they look really irregular and weird. She curls the side of her lip in a look of disgust. One of her fangs slightly peeks out from behind her lip, shining in the line, showing off the sharp point at the end. Man, I would totally date this woman who's actively threatening to actively, for real, murder me. I'm dead, I'm so dead. So the class ends marks the end of my life. Teenage hand-holding, disgusting. Don't worry, this is one of those weird high schools where everyone's 20. Miss Michelle goes on with the lesson about the grand famine that happened hundreds of years ago. Thoughts fill my head throughout class. Well, mazel tov. I become so full with the ways I'm going to be brutally murdered, I'm not paying attention to the lesson. Snapping a pencil nearly makes me jump out of my seat. Time slows down when I notice that Alia's turning around. Hey. My breathing quickens. Is she really talking? Yeah, you're talking to me. Is she yelling? Also, you're missing a lot of punctuation problems. Yeah? Do you have a sharpener? She got a sharpen that pencil to stab me to death! How many others does she stab with that very pencil? Oh, fucking pencil! I don't want a mechanical pencil. Just take my pencils. She could hear the nervousness in my voice. It's over, idiot. You're gonna die in your last souls for behind extras. There are, again, a couple of really good jokes in this. She rolls her eyes and takes my pencil. I take another pencil out of my backpack. Not like I can focus anyway. I supplied it with a new one. He's such a fucking loser. He has nothing. Personality, what's that? This class couldn't have ended any faster. As soon as the bell rings, I think, should I play it cool or risk death? I mean, I'll give you points for having some real sassy options. I have to play it cool. If she doesn't know I'm scared, she won't think of me as prey. She's not a fucking bear. That's your teacher. By the way, can I point out that the teacher's, like... It looks alright. As calmly as I can, I'll walk out of the room before she has a chance to. Although I don't know if it's any safer when I'm dragged in by the tightest students. Once again, Daddy comes to our rescue and drag you. Oh god, my throat suddenly got real dry. Oh. John Wholesome, Keanu, Chungus, Wick, pencil moment. Once again, Danny comes to our rescue and drags me out of the crowd. We got to get you a flag or something to help you through these crowds. I got here faster than yesterday and it still happened. You got away worse yesterday. You were in front of the pack. Get back to our table, safely tucked away in a forgotten place at the cafeteria. Ah, the bliss. Not having a crowd to worry about. Not being dragged away. Probably never to be seen again. I and Zell are already sitting by the table by the time we get there. I must have snuck on by when I was in that hungry stampede. I was trying to make conversation with her. What are you drawing there? I shrugs as she answers. And failing. Oh, she draws? You don't get a peep out of her when she's drawing. She doesn't even answer me at home. Home? They live together? You're married? I'm 19, what the hell? Hey, Zell, you have any math homework? I'm not giving you the answers. Oh, come on, please. You have math homework too? Do all the math teachers have? Dude, we have the same teacher. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, they want to make sure we remember stuff from last year. Actually, it goes out of their way to remember that. Summer vacations are relaxing and having fun. Not worrying about school. That's why you learn stuff, so that you remember it whether you like to or not. Jesus Christ. Some of us actually like school, thank you. So what do you think? What's summer vacay really about? Don't you agree that trying to get ahead is worth it? Wow, we're already doing some more choices, huh? Wow. I mean, I appreciate the effort to actually have some more stuff going on. It's good to get into some early studies. She draws. Drawing is similar to painting, but with pencil. Doesn't that... Like, Alia could have just been a dancer, right? It would have been so much easier to just have her be a dancer. And it's like, well, you know, there's a stereotype about snakes and dancing and all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like you could have done a lot. I feel like what this really is missed potential. There's a lot of moments where I'm like, this could be interesting, right? Un could have a fucking personality. Could you imagine? Sorry, Danny. Zelda's right. Getting prepared for the next year could really make an impact on your future. Thank you, a fellow academic. Oh man, another egghead. Oh, don't be rude. Besides, this balances out her hot-headedness and your laziness. I'm not lazy. This isn't going and biding my time. You can't do that forever. Developing games takes time. Don't get me started. Everything you need for it other than coding. You know how much time goes into all that? You can't be stressed out here and never get it done. But if you don't get it done, you'll never get it done fast enough. Both of you have some good points. And development can be... Why do we keep talking about game development? Un doesn't do game development. Game development can be stressful, but you can get better at doing the work if you study. Is this just a creator like, man, making this mod is hard work? It's not that simple. I wish... Like, it really feels like the developer's just, like, complaining about his development cycle. Like, come on, man. Man, I don't know, man. We're almost at 2 hours, and I think I already know. Oh no, we're not at 2 hours. It's been an hour. Oh man, I wish it was 2 hours. I feel like my big problem right now is that it has potential. Like there's a lot of opportunities for this to do anything, and it doesn't even do that. It's very lame as a result. It makes you feel so dang tuckered out. I'm so tuckered out. I'm such a tired little baby. I'm just a little baby blue. I'm just a little baby blue. Alright. Not that simple. I wish it was. Making the technology is much harder work. I don't know that. Jesus Christ. This fucking developer, stop yelling at us. Un isn't interested in game development. If he was, it might work. The cafeteria door sounded like it was kicked open. Trinity somehow spots me through the crowd and stomps her way over. I can't believe you. You worthless trash. You think you're funny after what you pulled? It's just about the game. I told you to do one simple fucking thing. You couldn't even manage it. It's fucking dodgeball! What the hell? Oh, pump the brakes. What's going on? She glares at Danny. Looks like she's about to pummel him. Shut up, Danny. This doesn't concern you. Turns back to be pointing a finger in my face. You cost us that win. It's just a fucking dodgeball game. What a shit excuse. That's Margaret in a sarcastic voice. Oh, it's just a small game. It's just important. Of course it's important. I don't lose. Ever. I don't want anything. What's the big deal? It's about the win. It's about the win streak. It's about the win streak. I don't... Shut it. She raises a fist. Which makes you flinch. I slide across my seat to the other end. How do you do that on these fucking seats? Then he starts laughing. Oh, you think she's gonna protect you? She wants to think it'll help you. She's all wuss. I didn't realize I was moving closer to Alia. Well, it's not like Zelda's any cover. My Katie has a number now. Just spaghetti attached to the continuous drawing. See, she doesn't give a shit about you. She only cares about herself. Making Trinity with a smile on her face. She's backed into a corner. It's the second day. I shouldn't get in any drama. Trinity. Trinity. Trying to make an appearance makes us all jump. I just want to point this out. The head sizes. There are some issues with them. I do. Do I hear you want to speak to the principal again? You know what happens if you go back there? Trudy scoffs. Oh. Hold up, Zelda has body. Like you do that. Please do get her away from me. You know what I'm not doing. I'm a talented student, so please stop being. Trinity busts out laughing. Really? Let me get this straight. You think getting on your knees and begging me to stop is just gonna make me turn my life around? That's not. Gives a finger in his chest and gets in his face. Do not stop me, hollow bones! And never you. He's powerless against her. He's class president, but sure to take control of the situation. I can look at his face at all. Again, it's the limited animation that undercuts it. It costs you $0 to like shuffle the sprites around a little, make them jump, you know. It's a fairly cheap activity, and it shows a little more attention. Like if you can't afford art, the least you can afford is animation. Looks gets killed, it was buried on the spot. Go away. The hermit speaks after all. Oh yeah, don't let me have. look at him flip. Ooh. Leave him alone. He's not anything wrong. Cost me a win. I have a perfect win record. I will not have tarnished by some airless monkey. I'm an ape. Did she just? Does she have no? Did she just say something racist? Oh, that's too far. The hollow bones is fine, though? That's low, even for you. Apologize. You should be apologizing to me. It's just a game! You're gonna get sent to woke jail. You'll be canceled for life. Get out of here. Oh, go bring yourself, Featherhead. Naomi's gold, but with Mia's personality. Racism! This is bullying! You can't do this! Racism isn't something to joke with. It's serious! Like, I get it, but you make it sound like it's radioactive. Nancy, please don't make me do this. I'm going to have to report you to the woke police. Send me to the principals. Go ahead. There's multiple? I don't give a shit. Why does it sound like a heartbeat? What's in the song? Say by the bell again. Mods, remove her Reddit account! Send her to the principal's office and have her expelled! Trinity growls, walking away. You know, you really should have a bell effect if you're going to use the bell for, like, saving characters, like with Anon. We are not done with this. I'm so sorry about that one. This is not the experience we wanted to have here at the school. It's all good. Thanks for being here, you guys. And I'll to thank her for stepping in. But she's already gone. When did she leave? She vanished from existence. I want to be late to class. See you guys later. You better believe it, buddy. We're about to turn into my last class. Fuck Zelda, though. Why do you have, like, 4 classes? Biology, science, what are those? What a nice mellow track, man. Just like Mr. Wilt said, today we will have some people in our... Ugh. Just like Mr. Wilt said, today we have some people in the classroom who are taking our measurements. Next week, we will be going into the changing room. Next week, we'll be going into the changing room to change the two leotards. Don't worry, they're all knee length. Good, I would look like I'm wearing a woman's swimsuit. I like how you complain about racism, and then you're like, I'm just gonna be casually sexist. And I'm stepping foot into the hall with that thing on. The measurements don't take too long. These people must be professionals. No, they decided to hire complete idiots. After the whole class gets measured, Mr. Wills continues his lesson. Some of you have taken my classes before. I don't need you to do the practice steps like everyone else. Some of you can help the newcomers. He snaps his fingers before continuing. With that being said, I'll show you what I plan to turn you all into. Music begins to play from somewhere. Where's that music coming from? Jules puts his arm on, making a circle around his head. Whoa! He begins to perform ballet, doing leaps, spins, ducks, walking on his toes, en point, and even adding some flips here and there. Do they do flips in ballet? Probably just showing off. He's gliding across the floor effortlessly, using the whole room as his personal dance space. Every time I think he's gonna fall, he does some spectacular leap or lower spin. We all stare in awe, mouths agape. Jaws are on the floor, watching a near middle-aged man perform like he's in his prime. The music ends and he strikes a very proud pose, and sweat leaping from his head, glistening in the light. If you can't perform a quarter of that by the end of the year, I will have failed as your teacher. I'm completely frozen in shock. Now, do any of you, for whatever reason, think you're never able to do that? The students raise their hands. Most I'm still shocked to move. All of you are wrong. The students lower their hands in confusion. Do you think it all of this in a single year? He waits for someone to answer. He looks around expecting an answer. 6 months? Still no one answers. No! It took me years to make this much progress. I was a horrible dancer. It took determination, motivation, and many cold nights crying on the floor thinking I'll never be good enough. But that just wasn't good enough for me. Growing passion in his voice catches more of the class' attention. I knew I had to be better. If I gave up so easily, I wouldn't be able to live up to my dream. Remember that, like, the dodgeball scene in the original Wani is about Inko giving up because Inko just wants an easy path to life because he's a rich kid? We're not having that for We don't even know what the fuck does. Is he rich or not? Like, what's his home life like? When you ask something, you cannot give up when you're faced with a challenge. You cannot earn things easily. You asked to become something. You took on those challenges the moment you set foot in the door. You will fight through it, crawl if you have to, but you never give up. You can't have two people given the same lesson like that. With the hearts devoted the way that you see how it becomes much easier. Class shouts out with excitement. Motivational speech is bright and never in spirits. Okay, since you're motivated now, I will cheer you the best when we get the leotards next week. The Tanan steps some balance exercises if you want some early practice. He picks up a stack of papers and starts handing them out. He gets to me and I stop him. Mr. Wills, how can I help you? I was wondering, I think you should get a gift to help me with balance. Whatever. Freddy has shown, like, clumsiness, so, I don't know. He smiles already knowing the answer, like a true professional. If you want to build up your leg and cool strength, you'll need to practice finding your center. My center? Is this some spiritual thing? I guess dancing would help us to present your soul. And what is the center of balance? You can find that all in your hips. When you learn to constantly keep your balance in check, the rest will come naturally. Ah, yes, my center of mass. Should have been my first guess. Like when you bend down to grab something, keep your hips back so they don't fall. Exactly. You're getting it already. Our instincts already accommodate for this. However, it's up to us to master it. I think I understand. The center of balance usually does want to keep myself balanced, without moving in ways I'm not used to. Thank you, Mr. Will, to keep it in mind. I like how this guy has fucking insights despite this. Why does he have this? There's a smile and continues handing out papers. Take a seat by the back door looking over the papers he's given us. Rules of dance, lesson 1. Touch up your timing, focus on footwork, perfect your posture, don't lock your knees, and... Damn it. Sound of someone falling in the next room with an angry shout catches my attention. Sounds like that hurt. I stand up curious if the person on the other side is right. Reach for the handler. She's alright. I turn to him, a kind and trustworthy smile on his face. Oh, sorry. No, don't be sorry for it. Makes me happy to show that you care. I take my seat and study the papers with the rest of the class. Bell rings lets me know it's time to go take a long walk home. But halfway home, the rolling of wheels catch my attention. What? Alia skates by on a skateboard as fast as the wind. She's not even wearing a helmet. I'm in awe, staring at her. She pushes herself along. I don't think she noticed me. At least I hope not. The last thing I need is for her to know where I live. Getting home, I flopped down on the couch. Well, no one's home again. I sighed deeply, looking at the picture of my mom and dad. What the hell's going on? People forgot about me. Just last week, they forgot to tell me they bought some. They forgot to tell me they brought some food for us. Rumbling up my stomach reminds me that skipping lunch isn't a good idea. The only food in here is some microwave meals in the freezer. Better than starving. I get up and head over to the fridge looking inside. It's food I have no idea how to cook. Definitely waste of good food and money. Take one of the frozen meals and throw it in the microwave. Yes! I mean, absent parents aren't that weird. I'll be honest, that's not the weird part. The weird part is that the main character can't cook. But there's a lot of little things. There's no cooking. I sit back down on the couch eating my fresh meal and I was scrolling through channels. I get done with a meal before I can find anything to watch. I've got nothing good on TV. That Inko says that when Inko has grown as a person because part of his character is that he's like sucked up by popular media. The next week rolls by pretty quick. Danny, Zelda, and I get close together, even trading phone numbers. Alia doesn't really give us the time of day. I don't think she gives anyone the time of day unless she's being intimidating. During lunch, Danny grabs my attention and shows me something he's working on. It's a game he's trying to make, he's very excited about it. Something about a farming sim? You can plant multiple crops, there's different seasons, caretaker romance, mines to explore, and a lot more. I can't believe Danny is making fucking Stardew Valley. My favorite part is the cooking aspect of the game. It's like a couple of minigames. How are you going to finish this by your lonesome? See if you can build the seasonal events. You better share it with us when it's done. Can I just point out that I feel that Un and her make way more sense, right? Like, Un and Zelda make way more sense than Alia. Well, we'll get to that during the debrief. But, like, what is the chemistry between him and Alia? It's like, Alia is like, I don't want anything to do with anyone. Shutting out the world. Un is... I don't know what Un is. Like, part of the reason why Inko and Olivia works, because Inko is an extrovert. He's, like, trying to get into people's social spheres. And he has a lot to say, and he's pretty honest. And it's, like, perfect for someone like Olivia. None of that exists here. Must marry Sebastian. Who is this Sebastian you speak of? Who is this Sebastian you speak of? Danny, I swear. You're gonna make the day soccer be 50 minutes long. You're going back to tennis. I love sim games. I'm playing it. You guys can hear my beta testers. So much more to it. So the listeners was rambling, so more of my attention is brought over to Alia. So I'll say a few words to me here and there, but not much. Most of them would have like hi or two, not more than that. That's just pretty normal for her at first. She was the same one when Zelda introduced. Okay, but Zelda introduced, and he introduced Zelda to her. She was the same way with Zelda when he first introduced her. His most. Wow! Huh! What? What is happening? Hold up. I don't see why timers would even come up. Tyson Ground Doctor. Ignore? Apparently we're good. Rather this than what happened during our first encounter. We've been getting partnered up in history class for work. History class? Can't say she's chomping at the bit for it. But she doesn't really complain. Not out loud, anyway. Honestly, I think it's Mrs. Michelle's way of trying to get us to open up when we're pairing with a new kid. Mrs. Michelle takes the Iotacon role of pairing them up, and we don't even get to... What? It's been a week, man! How many history classes do you have? You've been there twice already. Like, what's happening? What time is it? She started to speak to me more after all this stuff. But I was interested in being friends. classmates who just happen to be forcefully helping each other. The Friday, Danny invites me over to his 18th birthday party. Holy shit! A character has a birthday party? I thought we don't do those so that we don't feel weird about looking into the lives of kids. By birth month, he's the youngest of the group. Oh, so they're 17? Oh, no, they were 17. Excuse me. Yeah, if he's the youngest, then they're all 18 by this point. Still, man! Party's gonna be set up at the skate park near the beach. Look at this fucking vista, man. I feel sweaty just looking at it. Look at all this dryness. Wanty barbecue. It's a birthday party. It's not the same as like a random-ass holiday. That Saturday morning, I started to get ready to go over to his house. It's hot. Back not as hot as it has been. In the hundreds over 2 weeks straight. Sheesh. Again, shorts and short sleeves are the way to go. I was thinking of wearing my tank top, but I don't want my pastiness to blind anyone. Then he didn't somebody expect the time, so at 10 a.m. I head over. Remember that, like, in the original, Inko's obliviousness and, like, his disconnectedness from society is, like, implied. Like, he doesn't know it's the last day of summer. And he shows up way too early, technically speaking. Like, there's a lot of details missing that make those original scenes work that are not compensated for. Don't exactly know what he likes to play other video games, so I got him a gift card to the local stop and play near the mall. How much money do you have? How easy is it for you? How big is the fucking gift card? Give us some information about you. Like, I know it's probably not relevant, but I feel like we know nothing about Un, or his personal interest, or his personal life. He just exists. Mario Man 64 ass, Lethal Lava ass type Vista. I follow a little blue line my phone gives me, only to realize he doesn't live all too far away from me. I have to walk halfway to school and cross the street in the other direction to get to his GameStop gift. Oh yeah, stop and play. His house is better looking than I would have thought, knowing Danny's laid-back attitude. It's a bit early. Hope he doesn't mind me coming by right now. Damn! I have an excuse, though. He didn't tell me a time. Fucking knock on his door. So, look at this fucking mansion. What a mansion. Dang, Danny, you live like this? You've got 2 garages? Danny's standing behind it. Yo, the Unster. So you're standing out there for a bit. You get shy or something? Sorry, you didn't tell me your time to come over. I started to think you'd send me home. What am I, so strict teacher? I wouldn't do that to my boy, to my homeboy Slice. Actually, I was about to text you. I'm ready to show up. I was hoping it wasn't too early to invite you. It's your fucking party, man! If it gets me out of the house, I'm there. Awesome. Come on in. Things are almost ready. Whoa! This house does not contain this room. That is not how McMansions work. Taking the surroundings of his house. It's very tidy besides a mess of cables and video games on the console table. The console table? My mom is packing the rest of what we need. Dad's outside packing up his barbecue. Seems just right for Dan to say the acronym for barbecue instead of just a word. Oh, he says fucking BBQ? Wow! And Aya's swimming around the pool. Freezing my tracks. Aya's here. Right now. Surely she wouldn't do anything on me in front of the other adults. I hope. Must have noticed my show out. You good, bro? Aya's here? She's been for the past week. She merely comes over to get away from her. Oh, no! She's an abusive household? Oh, great. That's what this fucking story needed. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think this is going to get much better. I'm just disappointed and sad. I seriously hope that Don't Bite Me does not make the mistakes this is obviously making. It's been for the past week. She mainly comes over to get away from her dad. I didn't realize the two of you were, upon my next spending ocean. Whoa, no, I do not know. Oh, crap, sorry, I just dumped it. It just felt like, pool. I understand, but don't worry. Why do you have a pool? You're a fucking bird. Wouldn't you float with all those feathers? Wouldn't birds sooner have, like, a little climbing rack or something in the back? Especially since it's implied that birds can actually fucking fly. She's practically my sister. Our families have known each other since before either of us were born. That's probably why she can tolerate his hyper attitude. Wasn't Freddy the hyper one? I mean, he's laid back, not hyper. What are you talking about? I wonder how Zelda has it. Was he originally supposed to be Freddy or something? He has hollow bones, he floats. Exactly. It doesn't exactly say as it or what. that her dad is a wife weaver? You mean a wife beater? But that's the most common trope. It's implied it ain't good. I mean, it could also just be that she's a frustrated teenager, but if that's the case, why would she go over to someone else? Wouldn't she just go to a skate park or something at that point? He is liftable and perfect for a dance partner. I mean, if you got hollow bones, yes, dancing would be super easy. No one knows how to handle it. She's allowed to stay here as long as she wants, and I'm allowed to stay at her place. That's usually too much of a pain for her to get along with. Speaking of dads, let me introduce you. He's allowed to open the back door. Damn! Danny, what the fuck? Look at this fancy custom pool. And this lovely garden house with a bar! And it's got a little roof window. Damn, Daniel! Damn! His backyard is huge. Swallows me up. Below ground pool, patio, fireplace, and shed. Is it like, man, I know that the Paynes have like a backyard pool, but this is a below. I think it's a shed. No, man, it's got the bar. Dad, look who's there. Bruh! Those stripes. I'm crawling in my skin. Another large hawk turns away from the grill. He lets her arm on to lift it. Alright, you must be you. Nice to meet you, sir. Call me Brian. Cut the formal stuff. You have to be proud of the respect. I am. You have more than Dan here. Dad! Brian lets out a hearty laugh. I get that he's trying to grasp his stomach, but it looks like he loses 5 pounds doing it. That has told us much about you. I've known him for a week! He's set to save you from the Barbarsha students. My chemical father! Somehow, despite his girthy size, he's still lighter than... Just how birds work. Multiple times, you'd think I'd learn by now. Insert Family Guy Brian lookout clip. He does kind of. You know, that's how lucky you are to have me trampled to death. I'll take it one day at a time. Is that the same problem at first? Yeah, the same problem at first. Thought about it, go with the flow. Only reason I survived is because of that. Gotta teach me how to do this. One of these days you won't be, then I'll get dragged away. Splash in the pool catches my attention. Alia walks to the steps of the pool and she is... Ah! Hold up! We don't... My God, we're just gonna do this? I do not... I'm done. I don't... Like, let me make one thing clear, right? My big issue is Daniel. Like, we can talk about the barely legal trope all we want. But fucking Daniel literally turned 18 this day. We are not doing barely legal. We are doing, like, questionable ethics here. I am done. I get it, but I've looked at some of the art and apparently it does get worse. I think I'm gonna do this instead. We're gonna look at the text. Yeah, he's just like goggling. I really love how they have an obvious picture, but the pool picture looks nothing like it. Dang. Repeat after me. Just like Wani, but worse. Yeah. I think the big letdown, right, is that this has obvious potential. There is obviously a really interesting story kind of simmering under the surface waiting to be let out, and the author is so obsessed with doing Wani again that he's skipping out on it. Just like I preferred Liz to Olivia, I kind of prefer Zelda. But like Senator says, I still prefer Liz over Zelda. If only partially because Zelda's art isn't really selling her as much. And just like how I like Lucy. Do I like nerdy girls? Is that maybe my problem? No. It's that they're more fucking human. I think we're ready for I think we're ready for the Safi Crook tells you this again. I do not like how this and Don't Bite Me have the exact same issue of I don't know why the love interest is this character. In Don't Bite Me, it's because the love interest doesn't get much screen time. Maybe Diane is fine. We don't know. But Lucy kind of soft key hits on him and it's way cuter. We'll take Unk's soul. But what I really hate is Alia is like, you're just gawking over a girl because she's hot. And she hates you and wants to murder you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I just... Alright, let me talk about this, right? I feel like this song could use some remixing on the instruments volumes. So, what does the help page tell us? Ah, nothing. The accessibility menu. Ah! Ooh, I heard about Open Dyslexic. I know some people review book stuff and they use this one. I wonder how it works, like why it's supposed to function. What does sans mean? I know that sans, like, you know, maybe that is just the default option. But yeah, I really want to talk about this. I feel like there is a much more interesting story here, but like Unk doesn't have any personality, so I don't give a shit. You get the exact same choice. Well, I feel like compared to Wani, it just lacks in the I'm trying to find what you're talking about, actually. Apparently, the party choice doesn't even do anything. I think. I don't even know, man. Barely legal to legally questionable? So, I feel like my big problem with this is that it clearly has the potential to have its own identity and be its own story. But it falls into that common trap of, like, sticking to what it looked like. It's sticking to the source material too much when the source material isn't really what works. So, shall we do a little thought experiment? Do I want to do more of this? Not really. I feel like if someone gave me a bunch of money, I might. But I don't think I personally get any particular joy out of this. I was saying, also goes to not real family. I pulled up what I think is the option. The options for Unk are, we hardly speak, I'd like to get to know her better. And then it can be like, don't you think your family would have more fun if you were there? And then, the only thing that changes is what Alia says, right? But, like, no points are awarded. This is not a point situation. You're gonna get her outside either. I don't know, man. It needs something. Like, Don't Bite Me, right? It needs something. It's got potential. No. It's not Don't Bite Me. Don't Bite Me already has something. I've already said that I like the principal and I like Lucy. I like them. It's already got two good characters. It does need the main character to get some development, and it definitely needs Diane to have something. Because I don't want to... Listen, right? Let's get into that headset. I don't want to play a romance game where one of the romance partners is A, trying to murder me, or B, doesn't exist. Okay? I much prefer Lucy, because it feels like we're actually having a fucking conversation. Right? Like, there's chemistry there. There's characteristics there. There's something happening. The M's own has nothing. I don't know his family. I don't know his hobbies. He's not even a good self-insert because he has just enough characteristics that he has like a sort of identity. It's really bad. So, what would I think would work better for this? Honestly, I feel that you could make it a story about Trinity, right? You can make it a story about Trinity and Alia, and like the whole point is that Un lives in fear of the wrong person. And you introduce Trinity a little later. First, he's just afraid of Alia, and then he warms up, and then Trinity comes in, and then you have Alia be the protective person. And then Un realizes that he doesn't want to date someone that's just a protector or tried to kill him, you know, that kind of stuff. Huh. It sticks too close to the source material to find the very, very interesting story that's just hidden underneath. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this. If the Don't Bite Me author is like, hey, Safi, can you help me write the story or at least give me some direction? I'd be like, fuck it. I'm in. I'll do it for free. I know you're asking money on your Patreon, but I'll do it for free. Put my name in the credits. Put me in the credits as Giant Idiot Dingus Consultant. I want no other title. I want it to be clumsy. But I think the big problem with Dancing Toward Tomorrow is that it's copying Wani, but I don't think it understands what it's copying. And that is the biggest shame. If you're gonna be a plagiarizer, if you're gonna be a plagiarist, plagiarize well. If you're going to steal, be good at stealing. Steal what works, make it work for yourself. Like, don't just fucking copy. This, you know what this feels like? This feels like someone took the entire Wani script and ran it through, like, ChatGPT. Like, there's something still there. Like, the main character doesn't have a voice. Inko isn't this overthinking, overly verbose character anymore. We lose everything. We lose the thing that makes the story readable, which is that Inko's a giant fucking idiot. And Danny isn't as good as a bro, right? And I don't like that Freddy is also kind of a bro. I feel like if you mixed Freddy and Danny together, you'd get a slightly stronger character. You could keep Zelda around. I feel like you need to rework her a little bit, but I have a soft spot for Liz, I guess. And I think Alia just needs something. Make her dancing. Make it about the fucking, like, snakes and dancing is like a big stereotype. Let's do something. Have an idea. Have a thought, you know? Writing is art. Media is about creation and communication. And if you have nothing to say, it's going to reflect in the fact that your work is empty and hollow. Because there's nothing. There's no thought. It's an empty space. There's just echoing. Like a hollow bone. And I'm sad. On the plus side, tomorrow we'll do more shards, and shards has been alright. I would not be surprised if the art is AI generated. However, a lot of the art does look like someone a bit amateurish drew it, so I'm willing to believe both. And actually, it looks like he has 3 fingers. Ugh. Why would you draw a hand like that? Like, please look at the anatomy of this character, right? This is his chest, which does this weird line over on the left side. Like, where are his pectoral muscles? Where is his stomach? Where is his belly button? Why is his fucking short go to the right? To his right. What is going on? Why does it look like his knee is concave? Ugh. Like, you drew a perfectly serviceable Neon Brian. It's really weird. It's just weird. Why did you use a pool picture that has rain on it? Couldn't you find one after it was dry? Huh.
So yeah, the bent arm looks wrong. Yeah, I want to point this out, but if you look at a human being, this is not how your shoulders work. Um, a couple of fun things about human shoulders that I've learned trying to learn how to draw. Um, is that your shoulders are kind of in line with each other. They're on opposing sides. So yes, technically they would go straight over, but your chest puffs outwards. So technically your shoulders are behind your torso, which means that if you were to draw it properly, the shoulder in the Three-Fourths profile that is behind the character would appear to be behind the pectoral muscles, which looks awkward. But like with Brian, it works. Like this is how this should look. Is like it's behind. Because that's how it works out. He does look like he's slightly slumped. Also, fun fact about your shoulders is that your shoulders, because of how your back works, your spine works, if you bend to the side, if you like try to move your hip up or down, your shoulder either moves towards your hip or away from it. It cannot move parallel to it. You can't do that, which is neat. This has been cool anatomy tips from your boy Safi Crook coming right at you. Anyway, I don't like this. I am a little disappointed by it because again, I have to hold on hope for Don't Bite Me. I have to hold on hope for Don't Bite Me because Don't Bite Me's creator has clearly some understanding of how to write characters. We have 2 characters that work out of a very small cast. That is something. That is something. I feel like Freda and Danny together might work. Zelda's fine, I guess. I feel like Trinity could have some... I'm very sad. I could join the Discord, but I don't join people's Discords. It's just not my jam. It's just not my jam. Oh shit, here's an update 5 days ago from the developer. What's up, guys? I'd like to support you demo. Since the first release, I'm working on several aspects of the game, such as the art and writing. A lot of things will change in the next update, but I won't reveal it just yet. Fortunately, now I have a good friend to help me with the code. Improvements in that area is not much. Thank you again. I hope to see in the coming updates. You can also join the game's Discord. Usually put up. So basically, sounds like stuff's happening. Great! Great! So as I said, we're not doing more of this. I thought maybe Dance Towards Tomorrow was going to have something. You know, like maybe it's hilariously bad, or there's like a couple of redeeming qualities in characters, or maybe Un has like a little bit of that magic. But there's nothing, so I feel like if I were to do more of this, I would just bore myself to death. And I got better things to do in my life. I'm sorry. However, while this wasn't a great thing to read, I would like to thank everyone for coming. It's very, very lovely that you decided to show up. I'd have made insufferably Metro. I mean, that's what Inko is. I mean, if we're going to copy it, you might as well take the insufferable Metro guy. And have him be like, I'm not gay, I just care about my appearance. Just the gayest straight ever. I think you could do a lot with that. Especially with Danny. And Aoya and stuff. Like, for fuck's sake. But at that point, we're just daydreaming. We're just daydreaming. We're daydreaming about a story that doesn't exist. Instead, I want us all to... Like I said, tomorrow we're doing more picking up the shards, which, as I said, seems to actually have some redeeming qualities, if not be actually good. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to some good fucking writing. And something I like to read. Man, what a novelty. Jesus. I'd also like that for one other reason. I don't know who follows my other stuff. But, like, man, has Ramp been a mixed bag of, like, wow and It's impressive. I will always dream. Without dreams, what are we? But fools blind. Are you talking? No, I'm talking about the Discord for Don't Bite Me. I'm not talking about the Dancing Towards Tomorrow. I mean, I probably still get banned because Discords are... I've heard of many Discords. I don't know if that's the case for Don't Bite Me. Let's be clear. I don't know if that's the case. But I know a lot of Discords tend to be kind of... sometimes like Reddits, you know? Where like there's a couple of people power tripping and the author's a fragile little baby. So they're like... And I hate it. And I hate it. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I'll see you tomorrow if you'll be there or not. I think
I think we should all say that Scary Dave didn't show up, and he's the real winner. I think the real winner here is Scary Dave, because he didn't have to watch any of this. Scary Dave just gets the cliff notes of, yeah, it's not great. Man got off easy. What the hell is this? The general chat is the perfect place for vor art. Take criticism or do as DPD did. 800 plus posts removed by mods. The general chat is a perfect place for vor art. I mean, considering that apparently there's like actual... I've looked at the art, as I said, and there are a couple which are like, yeah, that's vor. That is dancing with vor. These people are like 18 to 19. What the fuck are you doing, man? I just want Noe Body to have a fucking personality. It'd be such an improvement. I just want to know who the fucking main character is. We get to learn about like Damien's home life and stuff, right? About how Daniel is real nice and plush and his dad is like a we learned that Daniel got taught by his dad how to act, how to be calm and relaxed and go with the flow. But Un gets nothing. What the fuck are you doing? I get that because Awani, more horny. Listen, if I'm gonna write fucking porn, like actual kink stuff, I'm just gonna fucking go for it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. We are gonna be talking about wide open maws and shiny latex before you're even ready for it. I'd also write it with actual adults instead of ethically questionable fucking writing. On the plus side, in about an hour, I'm gonna get me some chili con carne. Hell yeah. I'm gonna get chili. Yummy, yummy, yummy. For the 18,000th fucking time, thank you all for coming. I hope to see you all tomorrow. And if not, well, I understand why. Arthur Kitten Boy Wife wants the goods. He wants the beans. I wouldn't be surprised if one gets that XCOM Viper crap. Yeah. Yeah.